Hello, and welcome to my video today. My name is Corey Heisey, and I'm a master's student in mechatronics engineering in Deggendorf, Germany. And today I'm just going to talk about finding jobs, as a student, or after studies, or a thesis project. And there's like internships. There's lots of different possibilities for it. So start off with a student job. So if you're working during the semester, you can work to 20 hours a week during the semester, and you can work full time in the semester break if you wish. And there's different types of jobs you can do. There's like unrelated and unskilled kind of jobs like retail or gastronomy, so restaurants in the kitchens or the serving, bartending. And then there's also, you can do like a knowledge-based job, so it'd be like an office job, but it might not be related to your field. Or, some people can find jobs that are like directly related to what they're studying. So it's good experience and some income, right? And then there's also actually a mini job, which is you're allowed your maximum 450 euros a month. So it'd only be around like 10 hours a week. And there's less deductions, and it helps you out a bit, but it's not really enough to live off of, but it's certainly less commitment, right? Because it's only 10 hours a week or whatever it works out to. And then there's a few things. So as an international student, you can work 120 full days or 240 half days in the calendar year. So it depends on what you did each semester. So those are those options. And I've seen also student jobs during the semester that is around 15 hours, and maybe you get a bit more per hour, so maybe like 11 or 12 euros per hour, whereas the 20 hours would be around 10 euros an hour typically, and then you get the around 860 euros a month, which is what the government says a student in Germany lives off of. It's kind of like the magic number, which is around 10,500 euros a year. And yeah, so those are some of the options for that. And then so for bachelor programs in Germany, there's compulsory internships, and those are unpaid. So since it's compulsory, you have to do it in your program, then they don't have to pay you. And then in master programs, I don't know if it's like all master programs are unpaid, or all master programs don't need an internship. But mine doesn't, and I've heard most of them don't. There's no compulsory internship. So if you do get an internship, it's they have to pay you a minimum wage at least, right? So I guess apparently it's not that common, because you can take like a year off to work if you want, but you don't need it. You don't really get paid that much, but you can use your master thesis project at a company. And that seems to be highly sought out for. And you can get paid for it, apparently. That's what I hear through people. I haven't seen it on, I don't know. And then so typically I've heard other students say you can get a job, or you can get a master thesis project, and you work there, you get paid, and if it works out, then they might be able to offer you a position after school. And one other point is for international students, after you graduate, you have 18 months to get a job in your field. It has to be in your field related to your degree. So it's a bit of a grace period that you can settle down or take some time and search out for a job. You're allowed to work an unrelated job, for money, but to be able to like extend your visa to stay in Germany longer, you need a job offer for that's related to your field. And I don't know who was the judge of that, but I mean, because it can be always arbitrary. Like I studied this and can be related, but. And then I've also heard of there's like something called a blue visa, or it's like a blue visa, and you get a job offer in your field and it's over a certain amount of money of income per year, you can apply for like this blue working visa, which is, I think it's maybe longer, maybe more benefits, maybe easier to renew. I don't really know exactly the benefits of it, but apparently it's a bit more, high up there of a working visa. Yeah, and so for like applying for jobs, there's lots of websites and there's lots of portals, but there's lots of job offers or like postings. There's even right now there's tons of postings I've seen for working student, full-time interns and maybe new grads. I haven't seen any master thesis projects, which so I don't even know how to apply for those. That's going to be part of my tackling or part of my journey. Because right now I think I'm just going to start just applying for master thesis projects, because it can take up to 6 months. They suggest start applying for work or internships 6 months in advance. And a few other tips is like, I've heard people like in passing like, yeah, I'm just gonna apply to everything I see. It's like, well, that's a surefire way to not get hired by anything. And what you should do is make sure you're interested in it, first of all. I used to be like easy apply, anything that, had words in it, right? So you should make sure you're interested in it for sure. And then definitely change your resume and of course your cover letter for the specific job. My lighting seems to be unreliable here. There we go. Gotta catch it or something. So definitely make sure you're interested in it. That's because you can apply to 100 a day, and if you're not interested in it, you certainly aren't going to put the work into doing it. But if you apply to 2 a day, put in the work to apply and customize your resume and cover letter, then you're more likely to get it, right? Because if you email a company directly, a cold call, and say this technology, this product, these projects you're working on really interest me. This stuff I study in my spare time. I read your blogs on your website. This is really gets my gears going. It's more likely to have better results to get a job or to get an interview at least than easy apply. I've heard those easy apply buttons and stuff on Indeed and LinkedIn. Just never use that. Those are trash. A lot of the things you have to. It's just easy apply, but you should still upload a new resume geared towards that position, right? And I always find cold calling, like I said, an example just before here, to email them. I used to go in person all the time. Go in hey, here's my resume. The lighting is really messed up. And here's my resume, and depends if they're looking for something, but networking. Always about networking. I find applying on positions postings is the worst way to do it, really. And there's something called the hidden job market. So I can't remember the numbers, but it's only 30% of all of the jobs. So it's 100% of jobs that are out there. 30% are the ones being advertised. The other 70% that are available, it's just through word of mouth. People you find, you hear these through networking. hidden job market is what they say, and that's certainly true. I've seen. So yeah, so a bit about student work, a bit about working as an international student, and a bit about master thesis, working after graduation, and then also just applying for jobs. Well, one other thing is though that 120 hour limit, or 120 day limit of full days for international students as a student while you're studying per calendar year, is if your student work is unrelated to your studies. But if you have a student job that's part-time during school or during semester and full-time during the summer break, and it's related to your studies, then you don't have to. You can work more days than that. So those are only for it's unrelated, but you can still work, which is definitely important, right? Like if you need to have some sort of income of some sort. So hopefully, anyways. Yeah. So hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, and bye for now.